Hello and welcome to Space Cadet Productions. My name is Elijah Douglas. Today I will be showing you how to make my favorite, I wouldn't say favorite, but just a dish that I know. I like to call it spicy ramen. It's pretty simple. By no means am I a chef, so I'm disclaiming this now. By no means am I a professional or experienced chef. This is just me kind of like experimenting with different ingredients that I think that would go good together. The only thing I know that I'm putting in here that tastes good together are soy sauce and hot sauce. The rest of these ingredients I'm really just throwing in there because I think it would go good. So with that being said, here are the list of ingredients that you would need. Or I wouldn't say need because this is me experimenting, but this is stuff that I'm using for this concoction. I will be using green onions, jalapenos, habanero peppers, and of course, top ramen. Or this isn't top ramen, this is Ichiban ramen. It doesn't really matter what kind of ramen you have. It doesn't even matter the flavor. I'm using the chicken flavor because it's my personal favorite, but it doesn't matter. It could be shrimp, beef, chicken, whatever flavor you like. I'm just using the chicken because that's my favorite. And yeah, the first thing you're gonna need to do is get a pot of water going. You're gonna need to be putting this on boil for a little bit, and once that gets boiling, you're gonna want to put all your fixings in. While the water is boiling, I'm gonna get all the little fixings prepared so I can put it in the soup when it's ready to be put in. So I'm gonna start off by cutting up all these little fixings here that I'm gonna throw in my soup. I'm gonna start off by cutting the green onions first. You're gonna need a... Did you watch them? I did not. Okay, I'm being told that I should wash these first. So let me wash these first before I start cutting them. Oh snap. Now my vegetables are all nice and properly washed. So now I'm gonna start cutting them, start mincing them. All you're gonna need is you don't even need this big of a knife. This is just the size knife I'm using. Any size knife will do. What kind of knife is this called? I'm just gonna call it a chef's knife. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I most likely am wrong because I'm not an experienced chef, but here we go. Now don't cut them too big like how I'm doing, because you don't want to cut them like this. This is just how I cut them apparently, but normally you're gonna want them like smaller, more like this size. But I'm just, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm just a barbarian. I just like to cut my stuff big, and you know, I don't know. Just don't cut them big. Cut them nice and small. Be precise with it. Don't half-ass it. Next, I'm going to move on to the habanero peppers. Now, I'm not going to mince these. I'm purely just going to open them up and take the seeds out. I'm not focusing on the pepper. I'm just focusing on the seeds because that's where all the spices held. So I'm going to take a smaller knife. Maybe a spoon would work better. Gonna take a spoon and just shovel these right on out of here. Boom, have some seeds now. Some habanero seeds. And there might want to get like in there because there's still some at the bottom of this pepper. You may not see it, but they're there. For this one, you might want to cut it open. Just take whatever seeds are at the bottom or that you couldn't get with the spoon, take them on out. Put them in your nice little bowl here. Don't do what I'm doing, just putting them on this plate.
Elijah, make sure not to touch your eyes.
Okay.
You should put gloves on.
Alright.
That will hurt.
Indeed it will.
Badly, I might add. Your hands will burn too at night, so.
Really?
Yes, you should put some gloves on.
Alright. So now I've taken proper-ish safety precautions. They're not fully on my hands. But I should warn, as I've been warned just now, when handling peppers, especially habanero peppers, to be careful. Do not touch your eyes after handling them. Do use gloves because they will apparently burn your hands as well. So let me get back to what I was doing with the habanero peppers, scooping out the seeds into this little bowl here. Oh, you can smell the spiciness of these seeds. Man, they are potent. There you go. We have our seeds nice and prepared in our little bowl. Next, we are moving on to the jalapenos. These, you can hollow them out or you can slice them as is. I'm not going to hollow them out. You'll see why later, why I'm not going to hollow them out. But yeah, again, another warning. Be careful, please be careful when handling peppers. Do not touch your eyes after handling them. It can be dangerous. You can burn your eyes. So really hurt yourself. Do be careful. And also, be careful when using a knife. You could also severely hurt yourself there. You can cut your fingers. Do be careful when cooking, period. I feel like I'm not giving enough warnings in this video, and when I should be. Thank God my mother was here to give me these warnings. I'm not going to be using a lot of jalapenos. I'm going to slice up one. I don't know why I bought two. I just did. We have our jalapenos nice and chopped. I'm gonna put them here in this bowl. And let me clean all this up. Now I've got all my fixings prepared. I've got my green onions, got my seeds, and I've got my jalapenos. And my water is now boiling. Let's get to putting in the ramen. I'm gonna be your B-I-T-C-H. That's what you gonna call me when I'm tripping anyway. Now that we've got our ramen in, we're gonna sit, let that come to a boil. Once that comes to a boil, then we're gonna start putting in our little fixins. But until then, or in the meanwhile, while that boils, let me show you guys how I'm gonna put in the hot sauce and the soy sauce. With the hot sauce and the soy sauce, I like to use, for the soy sauce, I like to use 1 tablespoon for the soy sauce. That way you're not like overbearing, you're not putting in this overbearing salty flavor into the thing. But for the hot sauce, I'll be putting 3 tablespoons in, since this is, you know, spicy ramen, and we will get to that later as soon as this ramen comes to a boil. Now it looks like our ramen is coming to a boil. Looks like our ramen has been coming to a boil. Now we're going to put in all of our fixins in it. First, I want to start off by putting in the flavor packets that it came with. These, again, this is the chicken flavor. I will say this again. It does not matter what flavor you guys use. It does not have to be chicken. I'm just using chicken because this is my favorite flavor of ramen. But now it is time to start slapping stuff in. Slap in these flavorings. Yup. B-O-B-I-T-C-H. First, I'm going to start with the seeds. Put these habanero seeds in there. Jeez, I'm getting these seeds everywhere. Everywhere but where they're supposed to be. Okay, well I got a majority of them in there. Now we're going to put the green onions in. We're not even going to put all of these in there. I'm just going to grab a little pinch of these green onions. You know, just maybe that much. You know, sprinkle them on in there. Not too much. You know, don't want to overdo it with the green onions. Now it is time to put in the soy sauce and hot sauce. Here we are with 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, excuse me. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Now, I may overdo it with the spice here, but that's okay because this is how I like my ramen. And again, I'm not any experienced chef here. This is just me purely experimenting with flavors that I think will go good. Here is 1 tablespoon. And you know what? Maybe just because I put in habanero seeds in there, maybe I'll just do 2 tablespoons so I'm not overdoing it with the spice. Here is 2 tablespoons of hot sauce. Now again, it does not matter what kind of hot sauce you use. I'm just using this Valentina hot sauce because this is the flavor of hot sauce that I like. And you know what? I'm just going to go in and throw in 3 tablespoons. The more spice, the better. At least for me it is. Here we go with 3. There we go. Let me clean up here. Now, clean up is a crucial part of cooking. You cannot cook in a messy workstation. I've been told this many times, and my gloves are ripping. This is awesome. Look, it looks like I'm the Hulk now, or something. I don't know. So now I have my ramen all nice and prepared. It's right here. I just used those jalapenos to make it look all nice and fancy. But yeah, now it's done. Now I will be taking it outside to go taste test. Okay, here we go. So I've got my bowl of ramen here, my apple juice, and just in case, because honestly I'm a little scared. I haven't made ramen with habanero pepper seeds in it, so I'm a little scared how that's gonna affect it. But here I go. Smells nice. I think I get one of these jalapeno peppers here. Not bad. Didn't really. I mean, hold on. Let me see if that spice kicks in. Like, I can taste the hot sauce and I can taste the soy sauce. I can't really, like, differentiate if the habanero seeds are really doing anything. Maybe once I get down to, like, the broth, maybe I could. Let me see if I can get almost like some juice. Because I don't really taste the difference. It is a bit spicier, but it's not like overwhelmingly spicy, you know? Tastes pretty good. Not bad. Not bad for my first, I wouldn't say first, but my first time putting more stuff in a ramen soup. Normally it's just hot sauce and soy sauce, but overall it's pretty tasty. Overall pretty tasty. I don't really see a difference in spice. Normally it's just my lips burning from all the hot sauce, and that's mainly what I'm getting from this bowl right now. So I guess that's it. Okay, there it is. It's in my throat now. Anyway, this is it for this little adventure. Until next time, I will see you later.